You're going to have to do it in fear, because on the other side of that is progress. On the other side of that is success. On the other side of that is God holding his hand out, waiting, saying, come on, I got you. Come walk over, grab my hand, take the first step. I won't let you fall. I won't let you sink. I'll be right there with you. You got to do it afraid. You are going to do it afraid. You're scared. You're nervous. You're uncertain. The ground feels shaky when you step forward. You're in a season of uncertainty. You don't know what to do next. You're asking for the next thing. You want to prevail. You want to grow. You want to get to the next level. You want to get to the next step. But you won't take it because you're scared. You're scared. You think it might not work out. You don't have a clear answer. You don't have a clear path to what's next. You just have this uneasy feeling of where you are currently. You don't like your current circumstances. You don't like what you currently do in life. You don't like where you are. You don't feel fulfilled. You don't feel like you're living in purpose. You don't feel like you're doing your calling or what you're supposed to be or who you're called to do. You don't feel like you're doing it. And you want to do something else, but you're scared. You're nervous. And I'm here to tell you, not just because I'm just talking, because I understand what it feels like to have fear. I understand what it feels like to be scared to take that next step. I understand what it feels like to be scared and knowing how this is going to work out. How is it going to, it doesn't make sense. And you have maybe some type of comfort and stability in staying still. But you doing that is hindering your progress. It's hindering your growth. And it's hindering the world. Because the world is waiting for you to become that other version of yourself that you're scared to become. The world is waiting and you're scared. And I'm here to tell you that you gotta do it afraid. You have to take that first step. You gotta jump into the pool. And what you realize is when you take that first step, the foundation is a little bit more solid than you thought. You know why? Because there's a greater power. There's somebody who loves you. There's somebody who already paved the way for you, way before you even thought about taking that step. God already had this planned out for you, and the foundation is there, and he's there to hold your hand. He's there to make you take that first step when you're afraid, because he understands that when you take the step on while afraid, you have to act in faith. The only way that it makes sense of progressing is because you're having faith that God is going to have your back, that God is going to lead you through. You got to do it afraid, though. If you think that you're going to come to a place where it's lined out line by line, exactly clarity front to end, and this is how it's going to all play itself out, you'll never go. Because that's not going to happen. Truth be told, we have dreams, we have aspirations, we have goals for ourselves that are tiny. They're little compared to what God has for you. You can't even imagine the things that God has in store for your life. Your brain can't even fathom them. You probably are going to be talking on stages to millions, impacting millions, or whatever. It could be a smaller scale, impacting your family, impacting the generations to come within your bloodline. And you're like, me, little old me, how could I do that? Because your brain can't comprehend it, because you are still stuck in the now of what you can control. And what God is saying is, take that first step, act in faith, and trust me, and go and do it afraid. Do it when you're scared. Do it when you're uncertain. Do it when you don't feel like you have it all together. Do it when you don't feel like it's all mapped out and planned out. Do it then. And as you go, as you take this step, you learn, you progress, You get trial and error. You see what worked and what didn't work. And you continue going. And you learn from that and you keep going. That's all you just take this. And let me be clear. I get being fearful. I get being scared. I get being afraid to take that first step because I have to do that. I'm not just saying this because I'm like, just push yourself. I see people who give pushback in the comments or just saying things such as, well, everyone's not wired. Everyone can't do it. Some people are just meant to be timid and not push themselves. I'm sorry, but I don't take that mediocrity. I don't take that. I don't believe that. I really don't. I think that everyone is scared. It's just different people who choose to push themselves past that limit of fear. It's different people who say, we all have fears and insecurities. Some people wear it better. Some people are able to push themselves out. Some people still get nervous. There are top level speakers. There's top level people who you look up to who still get that sense of fear or scaredness right before they do the thing they're doing, right? The only difference is they act out and they push themselves and they go out and do it. Versus someone who responds and says, well, it's not me, I can't do. Take that word out of your vocabulary. You got to do it in fear. Now, let me be clear. If you're okay with where you are and you feel a sense of a comfortability where you are, right? If you're content with what you are in life, you don't want any changes, you like where you are. Like there's nothing, you have the perfect life. There's nothing that you need. You're not asking for more. You're not asking the question of what's my purpose or what's my calling or how can I be impactful or how can I change and grow as a person in general. If that's not questions that you're asking, then by all means, this message isn't for you. Like this is for the person who wants more in life. This is for the person who feels unfulfilled. This is for the person who wakes up every day saying, dang, is this it? Is there more to life? Is there more in me? This is for that person who asks the questions that are a little deeper. So this is, maybe everyone doesn't ask that question and I can understand that, but for the man or the woman who's interested in more in life, who feels like they have more to give in this world, who feels like there's more in their heart that they can be doing, right? But they're fearful to take that next step, but they have something in their mind that they feel like God placed inside of them. And if you don't, let's say a prayer. Hey God, what is it that you have for me? Pray for it. Ask God to speak to you. But most importantly, you have to be quiet. You got to be quiet to hear it when he's talking. You can't ask it and then be all busy on social media on your phone and then you don't hear when he responds back to you. So just know you're going to have to do it in fear. You're going to have to step out. You're going to have to step out and do it scared. You got to do it afraid. Because on the other side of that is progress. On the other side of that is success. On the other side of that is God holding his hand out, waiting, saying, come on, I got you. Come walk over, grab my hand. Take the first step. I won't let you fall. I won't let you sink. I'll be right there with you. But you got to do it afraid. And always remember to keep working at your vision. Peace.